Hello and welcome to Inside Homebrewing. I'm Jay Thomas. And this is a Roggen beer I brewed up a while ago specifically for the National Homebrew Competition. It took, in the first round of the National Homebrew Competition, it took second place out of 19, and it's moving on to the finals. I also brewed up a International Pale Lager. That one took first out of 40 and is moving on. That'll be judged next week. But anyway, oh, that's good. Today I'm not brewing beer. I'm going to be reviewing Poncho's Keg Cooler. I bought Poncho's Keg Cooler. I got that back here. But we'll get a good look at all this stuff I bought. But it's portable kegging. Just put your keg. It's designed for a Cornelius keg. It also, I found out, it fits a Sankey kegs, a regular Sankey keg, a 5 gallon. Yeah, it's the 5 gallon Sankey keg fits in there too. I'll show you everything I got. We're going to put this all together, review it, and try it out. See how it works. We'll see what we got. So I got this letter from Pancho's Keg Cooler. It says, "Dear J.M. Thomas, congratulations and thank you for purchasing the one and only patent pending Poncho's Keg Cooler Basic. I hope you enjoy my product as much as I do. Below are a few tips that I have found that makes life a bit easier when modifying or using this product. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or feedback. I have included a chalkboard sticker free of charge for your enjoyment. Warmest regards, Poncho, Francisco Pancho Lozano." Tips: 16-gram cartridges with CO2 injector. These will work to push beer out of the keg, but must be kept injecting CO2 every so often, which can be a bit annoying. Okay, I'm not using that. 74-gram cartridges with mini regulator. These work great. Downside is the cartridges are not refillable, and the mini regulator is a bit pricey. The 74-gram cartridges pushes between 2 and 3 kegs. 12 or 20 ounce paintball cylinders. These also work great. The downside is you must use an adapter between the paintball cylinder and the regulator, which is hard on the gasket. And after the second or third time unscrewing the cylinder to refill the gasket must be replaced. 1.5 pound or 2.5 pound CO2 tanks. These are the best option. I favor the 1.5 pound tank. It is slim and can be connected to a regulator as any other CO2 tank. That's what I bought. We're going to put this all together and see how it works. If starting with a cold keg, use 10 pounds of ice. It will maintain the beer cold for 2 days. If starting with a room temperature keg, add 2 10-pound bags of ice. It'll take a couple hours to get the beer cold, and the ice will last 2 or 3 days. Change the water cooler spout for an Italian bottling spigot. It drains water from the cooler a lot easier. Yeah, I did that because you really don't want to be, here was the drain, you really don't want to be holding on to that while you're draining the water out of there. So I already did that. And what else does it say? Attach the cup dispenser for a cooler to the cooler for easy serving. I have the cup dispenser. Place a chalkboard sticker on a smooth frame in front of the cooler. Use it to identify the beer you are serving at the time. Do not press chalk too hard. Use a paper towel, wet paper towel, or rag to erase it. Poncho's Keg Cooler can be easily converted into a mash tun. It requires a 12-inch false bottom and weldless stainless steel spigot. It'll hold the temperature steady for at least 2 hours. Keep small children away from the container. If you have small children, keep container in secured area. And here's my invoice. Anyway, we'll get started. I'm going to show you everything I got. It came in the UPS a few days ago, and I checked it out when it came here. We were out in the garage. Yeah, this came today. The box is a little beat up. I don't know if you can see that. It's all crushed in here. There's a hole here. But hopefully everything inside will be intact. Get this busted open and see what we got. Pancho said he would give me these stickers, the chalkboard stickers. He threw those in for me for free. First thing I see. Oh, nice. Some stickers for my my beer fridge. I brew, therefore I am. Poncho's Brewing Lab. Very nice. Thank you, Pancho. Okay. Here's some instructions. I'll read that later. Alright. Now a cooler. Oh, that's awesome. There we go. Got the cup holder I ordered. He has a couple kits. He had the Poncho's Deluxe kit, which came with the cup holder. It came with a lot of stuff, but hope I don't break it right away. But I called him up, told him what I wanted, and he got me hooked up. Oh, here's the cup holder. Has some hardware for mounting it. Very nice. Put that away. Some more hardware comes with it. Let's get this all put together later. Just checking out what is all in here. Okay, this box. I can't figure out how to open. Oh, my regulator. I did order his regulator. I have my own tap and shank, so I didn't need that. Release. And it also comes with 2 extra seals. Very nice. And my tank. The way that it's supposed to work is the tank and the keg will all fit inside here. I use a Sankey keg. See, this is a Cornelius keg with a Sankey adapter on it. So that's going to fit inside. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I have the low profile tap. It's a Perlick tap for a Sankey keg. This keg, I guess, is designed for Sankey or for Cornelius kegs, which basically this is. It just has a Sankey hookup on it. Once that spear is in there, drop the spear in there. I'm just generically hooking this up for height, seeing how that's going to work. And the CO2 tank will fit inside there. I'll probably be filled with ice. I'll probably use a cable tie to go around the handle of the keg, and that fits in there perfectly. I love it when a plan comes together. So far, Poncho's stuff is just what I wanted. We'll get it all put together and see how it works. Oh, and the drain. He did pre-drill the hole. He said he would. Perfect. Alright, we'll get this inside and check it all out. Make sure everything comes together the way it should. I'm going to go buy some hoses and stuff right now. So here's his website. It's ponchosbrewinglab.com. This is where I found this. You can scroll down. Poncho's keg cooler. Tells a little story about it.
Check out our selection, but right here, learn more. It's got a question and an answer. Poncho's Kid Kooler, okay. And then it common questions. It's pretty helpful information on here. So anyway, I picked out a few of his items. I got the keg cooler. I have the CO2 tank and the regulator. The regulator did not. It came with just a nipple on there. It did not have the shutoff valve. So I bought a shutoff valve to put on there, just for convenience. But I got the tank and the shutoff valve. I bought some hose for the gas line. I bought some more. I got 10 feet of hose for the beer. I'm going to hook that up to the top of the keg so everything's nice and clean and all wrapped up together and not just hanging all over the place. Here's the Poncho's keg cooler. Like I said, I put a different spigot on there, so it just turns on and off real easy. And what else we got? I got a Perlick faucet shank, 3-inch shank. Pancho says a minimum is a 2.5-inch shank. I got the 3-inch shank. I don't know if the straight nipple coming off the back is going to be best or a curved one, so I got them both. We'll see how it works. And just some clamps and some other stuff to put it all together. Here's the hardware for mounting it, and we'll get this all put together and check it out. So it looks like that's gonna work. I just I held the have the CO2 tank held up with just a bungee cord, wrapped around it a couple times just so it's out of the gauge is out of the ice. Got the hose. That's 10 feet of beer line, all wrapped around, held to the keg, and it's going to hook up to here. That should work. We'll see what happens. I may have to adjust that hose and modify. And after we see how the beer starts pouring out of there, if it's all foamy or whatever I have to do. Anyway, I'm going to take this out, put some sanitizer in there, let that soak for a while, and I'll mount the cup holder while that's soaking in sanitizer, and then I'll get that hose sanitized by running the sanitizer out of the keg and through the whole system. My custom-made tap handle. Bear With Me Home Brewing. Follow me on Instagram at Bear With Me Home Brewing. Keep the gauges out of any ice and water. So I'll just turn on the valve. And see what happens. I don't know. Nothing. Okay, I didn't have the tap screwed on all the way. So that works correctly. As you can see, it does work. That was at 8 pounds of pressure. It's a tight fit. But it works. So to see how this is, a little heavy, of course. Put another 10, 15 pounds of ice in there. That'll be kind of heavy. 2 people carry it, no problem though. So I'm just going to run the sanitizers through there now, and we'll get some beer hooked up here in a couple days. Test it out with some ice. So I have it generically hooked up. Got some beer in there, the beer that I'm going to take on vacation. We'll see how this works. It was kind of difficult to get it to line up correctly. I got 10 feet of hose on here. We'll see if this is going to work. The beer is chilled off. It is carbonated. It may be slightly over carbonated. Could be a problem. We'll see what happens. I only got 1 week to make this work. So I got it at about 7 pounds of pressure. See what happens. The initial pour was all foam. Okay, hopefully this will work. I may have to just leave it sit and release pressure on it for a while to get the foam. There we go. Little over carbonated. So maybe if I just have no pressure on there and just release the pressure every now and then, it'll lose some of that carbonation. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But and it was pouring clear until I jostled it around and stuff. Tastes good. Anyway, we'll have to mess with this a little bit more and try to get it to pour a good beer. Let's see if we get this beer to pour now. That's better than it was for sure. Got rid of some of that little overcarbonated. We got it to pour now, at least out of this tap. It's not hooked up to the same tap as what it's going to be. That's beautiful beer there. So, got the overcarbonation problem handled. And now we'll get that out of here and into the cooler to test it out for real. So I got this all in here. Pretty much the way it was. Everything fits in there nicely, drill tight. It will hold some ice for sure. We'll get some ice dumped in there tomorrow. I'm just going to test it out right now, see if we can get it to pour properly. I have it set. I don't know if you can see that. May have to turn it up a notch. It's at about 5 pounds right now. Make sure everything's on. We'll increase this a little bit. It was at 7 pounds in the other, on the other tap. We're at about 7 now, so. We'll take a test, see if this pours a good beer. The first one may be a little foamy, but that's okay. Oh yeah. Here's my vacation beer. Oh yeah. Rumspringa Red Rye Ale. Going on vacation. Poncho's Kooler. Looking like I got this down. That's 10 feet of the beer line. Just wrapped it around the top. Custom made it to screw right into the, had some loops that screw right into the rubber part of the keg. It's got room for the tap. I mean, it's got room for that bottle in there. Gonna stick some ice in there tomorrow, and then when I come home from work, we'll just grab grab a cold one out right off of the tap here. Yeah, I'm psyched about this. It's working good so far. I think I'll be happy with the way I wrapped that coil on there and not getting all foamy. Should work. Just put the lid back on and add some ice tomorrow. So it's the next day. It's been about 12 hours since we put the beer in there. It's 96 degrees outside. The beer warmed up a little bit sitting in there, of course, because it's around 80 degrees in the garage. So I got two 10-pound bags of ice. I'm going to put those in there right now. And when I get back from work tonight in about 10 hours, 11 hours, we'll check it out, see how much of the ice melted, and pour us a cold one. We'll get that done right now. So yeah, with the keg in there and the tank, 20 pounds of ice, you'd probably fit maybe one for sure, maybe even 2 more bags of ice. But we'll see what it does. We'll see what it does with just the 20 pounds of ice in there. Get the lid on here. There we go. Make sure that's off. Had a little spillage. Anyway, I'll be back after work and grab a cold one. So I just got home. We'll see how this is going to pour. Oh, I'm liking that. Yeah, that looks good. May not be the best of light, but clarity is real nice. Not too much foam. Oh yeah. Yeah, that might not make it on vacation. Take a look and see what the ice situation is. Oh yeah, still a lot of ice. A little bit of water in there, of course, but yeah, still a lot of ice. Yeah, that works for me. I like it. Poncho's keg cooler. Very nice. I like it a lot. So this has been on ice now for 36 hours. See if it's still cold. Pouring nicely. Oh yeah. It's chilly. There's still ice in there. See down in there? Yeah, it's still got ice. Yeah, looking good. And the tube I coiled on top of there seemed to work rather well with the foam issue. So yeah, I'm happy with Poncho's keg cooler. Good job, Poncho. I like it. Take this 1,000 miles on vacation and we'll check back with you. So yeah, we just, we're in Minnesota now. Traveled 1,000 miles with Poncho's keg cooler. It holds ice very well. It lasts a long time. And, you know, I just use the straps, some straps to hold to the handles to keep that from bouncing around. And then just, well, Well, I got the one in front to keep it from tipping over. The other one is just to hold that other cooler in place. But yeah, just strap it into the pickup. Worked rather well. I'll get that pulled out here and pour a beer here in a second. So yeah, I put 20 pounds of ice in there a day and a half ago. Still got plenty of ice. I drained the water once yesterday. But yeah, I just hooked up the CO2 tank. I got it at, what's it at? About 6 pounds of pressure. We'll crank that up a little bit. There we go. Get that up to about 8 pounds of pressure. And we'll see how it pours. See how this pours? Oh yeah. Ah, yeah. Ice cold beer. $2,300-mile round trip. Holds ice rather well. What's there not to like? Poncho's Keg Cooler came through. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Now I'm just running some, getting those lines rinsed out. I'm just running some sanitizer through there. Had it in all inside of a regular Sankey keg, just to make sure that everything does fit in there with a Sankey keg. A Sankey keg's a little shorter, but a little fatter than the Cornelius keg. There will be a way to rig that up without it resting on the dial. We'll get that figured out in a future date, but yeah, you can fit either a Cornelius keg or a Sankey keg in a 1.5 pound CO2 tank inside there. There's still ice down inside there from last couple days, but yeah, I just pulled the keg out of there and put that in the back in my little homemade kegerator. Works rather well. So there you have it. That's how I made Poncho's Keg Cooler work. It was pretty easy. I really like it. And let me see here. We got the invoice here was the 20-gallon water cooler, $145. He drilled the hole in it for me. The CO2 dual gauge regulator was 35 bucks. That seems fine to me. I did buy the check valve for it, the on-off and check valve for it. You probably want to get that if you're buying it from him. And the cup dispenser, I could not find cups. That was 25 bucks. I could not find cups to fit it. They're going to be pretty skinny cups. I'm a big beer cup kind of guy, but maybe worth 25 bucks if I can find some good cups for it. And I also bought from Pancho the 1.5 pound CO2 aluminum CO2 tank. That was $49.99. Yeah, that was worth it for me. Anyway, my total price came to $254.99. Yeah, it worked. It did its job. I love it. The cake's almost empty. It's gonna kick here any minute. But yeah. Poncho's Keg Cooler. It is ponchosbrewinglab.com. Go look them up and check it out. I love it. Like I said, it's a great thing. Oh, and by the way, I am not associated with Poncho's Brewing Lab in any way, shape, or form. But if you do have a product you would like me to test out, if it works well with my little operation of Inside Home Brewing, let me know. I am InsideHomeBrewing@AOL.com. You can drop me a line and we'll go from there. And anyway, you know, stainless steel conical fermenters, tilt hydrometer, anything like that, whatever you got, let me know. If you want me to review it, I'd be happy to. We'll work out something, and I will be very honest about it.
and we'll go from there. And anyhow, until next time, brew what you like what you brew. Inside Home Brewing.